Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. You're watching Fruitech. So as per our community post which we posted few days before, finally today we are present in the almost fully working Android 14 GSI for Samsung Galaxy Tab A users. This GSI should work with any other treble supported devices also. After intensive testing and trials of dozens of GSI, finally I got this build. So if you like my hard work, then please do like and share this video, subscribe our channel, press the bell icon for the notifications of our upcoming content. So today we are going to flash this build on Galaxy Tab A. We will show you which essential features are working in this build with all important customization and features available. Finally, we shown some major bugs. Remember, this GSI just tested on the Galaxy Tab and it may have different bugs or some missing features for other devices. Now without further ado, let's get started. Flashing process for the other devices is the different, but for the Galaxy Tab A you just need to download the GSI, unzip it. You will get the image file, transfer that file in the tablet, then boot your device into the TWRP mode, then tap install, then select install image, choose the image file, next tap wipe and do the format data. Next tap mount option, then check mark system and all other partitions except the micro SD and USB OTG, then tap reboot to system. Other device users can use the DSU sideloader and can test this build also. Installation process using the DSU sideloader is given under the video description. This is new nice looking boot animation of new Voltage OS. After completing the setup, device will boot to highly customizable Voltage OS launcher. Let's check out the about device details. Remember, this section will be different for other devices. If you flash this same build, you will get the same details. Setting has the same dual view panel like Android 12 and Android 13. This is the Android 14 based GSI with the new Android 14 Easter egg. Voltage OS version is 3.2 unofficial. Security patch of this build is old February 2024 because I installed this old build. Because all the latest builds are not booting on this device, kernel version is 4.4.117 and it's enforcing kernel. Build date of this ROM is 16th March 2024. Now it's time to tell you what essential features are working with this build. Remember, some of these may be buggy as per your device model. All the important functions like Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi hotspot, Bluetooth with the HD audio codecs, GPS locations are working fine. Other important things like mic, ear speaker, multi-touch and display are working. Some important sensors like accelerometer is working, but the light, proximity, magnetometer and gyroscope are not working. Maybe these sensors are not present in my device. But other very important things like ASNAC saftynet profile check got successfully passed, so we can use all the banking and security application in this device. Google Play Protect is also certified for this ROM, and the most surprising thing is that DRM info showing device certification as L1, so we can run all the media streaming applications with the full HD resolution on this ROM. Incoming and outgoing calls are working with the quad recording function. There is some issue here that we'll discuss in the bug section of this video. Quad recording were available under the recording folder of file manager. ROM comes with a simple aperture camera application which has working photo and the video shooting option. As this device is too old and the camera specs are not as good, so if your device has the better specs, then you can use Google Gcam MGC build for the better video and the picture quality with the lots of functions. Now let's check out some customizations offered by this ROM. And we'll also check they are working with this edge device or not. Inside the setting, we get the separate customization option called as the Power Hub. Here we get all the old customizations that are offered by the most of custom ROMs like status bar, quick setting, themes, etc. Under the theme setting, we can apply our own background themes color to the overall system, irrespective of wallpaper accent colors. By using the buttons option like show volume panel on the left, we can move the panel to the left or the right side. Again, we can able to wake up the device using the volume buttons too. Under the notification setting, we get the iPhone like new dynamic island type notifications and they are working good. In the miscellaneous setting, we get some spoofing options like play integrity fix. To enable the pixel prop toggle, unlimited photos backup for the Google Photos. All these performing options are working, and here you can check the Google Photos supporting the unlimited photo backup for this ROM. Unlocking higher FPS in the games like BGMI is working or not, I can't confirm it because I didn't tested this in this tablet. Recents panel has this large grid type look where you can open any app in a freeform mode, or you can also use them as a split screen application. New taskbar is especially useful for such large screen devices where you can able to access full app drawer anywhere in the tablet. You get the quick shortcuts for all these dock applications in the taskbar. You can add them as a split screen application by just dragging them to the currently running application. All the pixel gestures are available under the system settings like quickly open camera, navigation modes, one-handed mode, etc. Press and hold power button and double tap to wake ambient display is working perfectly. Inside the gesture you get the advanced back gesture where you can access any application or shortcuts by just dragging the back arrow key till the middle of the screen. Dark mode has the pure black theme. Under the wallpaper and style you get some lock screen clock which looks amazing. PHS treble is another customization and features option available who gets the lots of things. Here I especially liked the Force FPS IMS feature to enable the VoLTE for Qualcomm and MediaTek devices. Audio effect is the new option where developer added lots of tunable audio mods. They are actually improving your device audio. This tablet actually didn't support the always on display, but double tap gesture wakes up the always on display of the device. So these are all the new features and the customizations this ROM offers. But wait, before installation of this GSI, please must check these bugs and the issues timeline of the video. First main issue of such GSI for the Galaxy Tab users, you can't able to access the internal storage on your PC. File transfer USB preference automatically gets off when you connect the USB cable. So the only option remains is to use the USB OTG to transfer the files. Next issue is the Exynos Samsung devices didn't support the VoLTE calling over such GSI ROMs. No IMS option of the PHS treble setting can enable this feature. Parallel application feature available under the app setting causing the device to lag heavily, so I didn't recommend to use this feature. Another issue that I face in this ROM, if you try to manually power off the device or restart it, device doesn't immediately execute the task. It takes too much time. To solve this, we need to manually long press the volume down plus power button. But one another big issue is that once we reboot or power off the device, later it can't able to boot into the OS because of encryption issue. So I did not recommend you to do so. Wallpaper and style setting didn't have the Android 14 new AI and the emojis wallpaper feature. Instead of this, some sensor issue I already mentioned in the video. So these are some really deal-breaking issues for some user, but if you are enthusiastic user who want the Android 14 on their old devices, then it's a very good solution. So that's it for today guys. Hope you like my work. Then please do like and share this video, subscribe our channel, press the bell icon for the notifications of our upcoming content. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.